Hey YouTube, searching for signal here. So we got a customer who wants televisions in their second story wired. So obviously we have to run coax from our satellite dish to our second story, but they do not want it on the outside of their house, like most people shouldn't. So what are you gonna do? We get a couple options. The one that I choose is finding a return air duct and running the lines up from the basement to the return air duct. So let's get started and let's get to work. All right, so let me first state that I'm not responsible for you messing up your customer or your own house. With that being said, let's get to work here. Tools you're gonna need: glow rods, flex bit. I chose, since I'm running multiple lines to the attic, I chose a 3/4 inch bit. Obviously, if you're only running one line or Cat 5, 6, 7, you can use smaller bits. Impact, not needed, but recommended, obviously. And my custom work tote. You can check my other video out with this. It has everything in there from that video. Couple things. Now, when you find a return vent, obviously this is going to go from here down. It's not going to go to the attic, obviously. But we're in the second story. So what you want to do is you want to make sure this goes a straight shot all the way down to the basement. I have already measured from the corner of the room into the back of the room. 9 foot 6 inches to about right here. And then 11 foot 6 inches to about the center of the room, center of the wall. So let's go downstairs to the main level and make sure we're not over any living space. So if we need to, or if there's not an actual hole or not enough a usable hole, then we drill straight through. That we're not going straight to their ceiling. All right, so we're in the main level. Measure from the corner, 9 foot 6 brings us about right here, and obviously 11 foot 6 brings us straight into the center. So this, where we were above in the second story, comes straight down, all the way down and into the basement. Now let's go to the basement and see exactly what we got for ducting, or if it goes straight to the something that we can't drill through. All right, in the basement, from the wall, 9 foot 6 puts us about right here, and then obviously from that wall, 11 foot 6 brings us about right here. So we look up, and then we have some ducting. So I already took the liberties to actually undo the nails and pull this over. So let's pull this out. And I don't know if you can see because of the light. I'll get my flashlight. But we have a air duct going up right there. So we know we're good. Now, if there wasn't anything there, then either you measured wrong or you're going to have to do some drilling. So it's up to you. It's up to the customer if they want access ports drilled or made to get the lines from the basement to the attic. All right, back upstairs, second story. Now, before we take this vent off, you want to take a sharp edge knife, like a razor blade, and cut around the edge of the vent. So a lot of times painters / customers repaint, and if you try to take these screws / bolts off, it's going to take the paint with it. So you got to cut on the edge, and so you don't take any extra paint with you. All right, I got the vent off. As you can see, you got the electrical wires going down to your light switch here. Up here, you're going to obviously have your attic, since we're in the second story now. It's up to you. Make sure there's not a third story, or you're not drilling anything important when you go up. Yes, it's on you. You got to make sure I've already been in the attic, so I know up here is just some blown in insulation, so I'm not going to drill into anything important when I go up. All right, using your flex bit, you're going to drill straight up. I'm using obviously a 3 1/4 inch or 3/4 inch bit. You can use whatever your job requires. Using your flex bit and your drill, you're going to go straight up. That way you have access to the attic. Get it as straight as possible. All right, you can see my hole, 3/4 inch. I don't think you can see down there, but obviously it's a straight shot down to the basement. I already checked, but if it's not, you're going to have to drill or cut little access ports. So obviously I have a big enough drill bit I can reach down here, but if you don't, you have to cut yourself a little access port here in the drywall, drill down, and then keep going until you reach the basement. It's up to you if the customer or yourself or whoever the homeowner is okay with that, or you can always patch it back up if that's what your quote includes. All right, so I ran my glow rods down, all the way down. about 20 feet or so. Let's go down in the basement and see if we can, I already found it and pulled it through, but I'll show you exactly how it looks. All right, so you can see obviously it's coming out from the return duct, and I just pulled it through. Now here, I'm just going to attach my cabling and slowly and carefully yank it up from up top. Obviously, if you only have one cable, you're only going to attach one. I'm going to have about 3 or 4, so I'm going to attach those, and I'll drill my own hole on the side here for access. You can obviously just fish it through into the duct, but I think it looks a little more professional if you actually drill a hole, put a grommet, run the line straight through. So let's go back upstairs and I'll wrap this up. All right, yanked them up. You can see I've got 3 lines. I'm just going to attach them to my one of my glow rods, and we're going to go straight up into the attic from there. From there, I'll wall fish them straight to the other rooms, and this job is done. All right, guys, thanks for watching. If you like my video, subscribe and hit like. I think that's about it. All right, guys, take it easy.